everyone. I am CJ Dube. I am a certified implementer here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm also the global community leader for EOS Worldwide. And I'm fortunate enough to have a few minutes with my client, Mike Brewer. Mike is visionary for Brewer Companies. Mike, will you share with us a little bit about your business?
So the Brewer Companies are made up, there's actually three operating entities. Brewer Enterprise is our new residential new build, if you will. It's a big company. Brewer Commercial Services is just that, plumbing, service repair, drains, maintenance on any commercial project, and then Benjamin Franklin Plumbing here in Phoenix. And we provide services, home repair, anything that goes on in a home when it relates to water or drains. So it's kind of what we orient to, everything, all things plumbing.
All things
kind of
plumbing.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great to hear. So first of all, though, how are you? How are you with everything that's going on?
Well, I'm doing well. As you can imagine, we're not in Phoenix. We don't have trees like this in Phoenix. My wife and I actually are up in the mountains, and so I'm doing great. You introduced me as a visionary, and so I have, by nature, I'm not involved in the day-to-day things that go on in business. I'm engaged at the higher level, but it allows me to be able to go out and be in places like this. And as long as I have service, effectively, I'm in business. We'd all like it to be under different circumstances, I think, right now. But, being the mess we're in as a nation with the health issues that are going on, that for all intents and purposes, we're doing very well. My wife and I came up here a week ago tomorrow, and we actually don't have a go-home date yet. So we'll figure that out as we go.
How is EOS helping you and your business in this kind of crisis?
Yeah, EOS is a process. I mean, for me, again, I think I spoke to it a little bit. Just knowing that we're inside of a process everybody's bought into, and that we're able to operate as though, realistically, then we're not all sitting in the room having our L10s. We're still cooking. As a business, the service businesses obviously have slowed down a little bit,
Sure.
Just because they're demand calls only. We're not doing the I'd like to talk about getting a new faucet kind of calls. Those aren't existing. But when it comes to the business itself, for me as the owner, it was just I rest easy. As I said, I have not even been in Phoenix in over a week. We've communicated via telephone. I was on an L10 yesterday afternoon for an hour and a half.
Okay.
The only, the executive level L10. Which is the only one I participate in. But everybody, we've adapted and adopted, technology as a business over time. And so this actually hasn't been, we all miss one another as far as the face-to-face and to be able to, be there versus not on a Zoom call or a team call or whatever happens to be your, choice. But all in all, as the owner, visionary, I would have to say that EOS for me is just that process that we stick to. We all have, again, as I said, adapted and adopted, and really are comfortable operating within.
So you're doing L10s with your leadership team, and that's working virtually. And your department's
Correct.
Leaders, they're doing their L10s virtually with their departments.
Exactly how we're structured right now. So it just keeps everybody on the same page. I mean, we're still getting the things done that need to get done on a daily basis. I think there are definitely some, COVID-related tasks and, situations that we have to deal with that weren't part of our 90-day rocks, but that's fine. We're tackling those as we go, and we've been able to, move very, very nimbly, effectively to make sure that we're not only taking care of the things that are popping up every day, but staying on track with those 90-day rocks as well.
Oh, good question. Because my question was, is there any specific tools that you think is working really well for you right now in this situation?
So EOS to me is a tool in and of itself, being the process. But I think as part of that, when we first came on 2 years ago, we actually looked for a solution to run our meetings, to run our business, to be able to look at the dashboard. I think that's one of the really important ones to me. At a glance, I can tell how we're doing. We're on track, off track, just not only on, tasks getting done or rocks getting done, but also how are we doing? What's the outcome? Because we're seeing things that, we've tracked for the past couple of years in this one tool. The tool that we have to use, it's Traction Tools. It's the online piece. I know there's, I think it's a 90 or something else. We just have to pick up Traction Tools to begin with.
Yep.
Yep. And I think I've got a friend that uses that and really loves it. So I think it's, pick one. But I think the beauty for us was having everything set up from day one that way. When this all went down, the only difference is we're on a Zoom call. We're still looking at the dashboard. The guy that's running the call,
using
my integrator, he still throws it up. Yep. He throws it up on our shared, screen. So we're all looking at the same thing at the same time. And everybody's kind of ticking off, their metrics and their KPIs and how they're doing against those. So it's been super valuable in that sense. I think the dashboard is extremely valuable. Obviously the L10s that's fundamental to how this whole thing works for us.
That's great. It's great to hear that the scorecard's working so great for you. I love it. Kind of gives you a pulse of what's going on in the business.
It truly does.
That's great.